On Tuesday, March 18th, representatives of the Lake Orion DDA visited 3 locations in the downtown area to present them with a check as part of their Facade grant program. The first stop of the day was the Orion Art Center on Anderson Street, which is undergoing the complete replacement of their front porch. Director Holly Nicosia accepted a check for $2,000 to help offset the cost of the renovation.
Yeah, that wasn't the plan, as most improvement projects go. The top portion got pulled off, and then they realized that the footings and everything kind of had to be replaced. So we want to just make sure it lasts for another 40 years at the Art Center. So we're, doing it the right way, getting new footings, and it put us back. We had to wait for the ground to thaw, but here we are.
Holly is hoping work will be completed before the annual Art and Flower Fair, which is scheduled to take place on May 17th and 18th. The next stop along the way was the Irish Tavern, located at the corner of Broadway and Shadbolt Street. Formerly known as Fork and Pint, the restaurant recently celebrated their rebranding.
The whole recognition and the whole branding of, call it the Irish Tavern, is being brought to life. This Facades grant's going to just help with that little extra push of kind of getting our branding executed, through this transition. So it all helps.
And the final stop of the afternoon was the law offices of Spresser Ogden on Shadbolt Street. The law firm celebrated their official grand opening in July of 2023 and made quite the investment to restore the building to its former glory. Bill Ogden accepted a check for $10,000 from DDA Director Matt Gibb.
We gutted it almost to, I'm not going to say to the studs, but we did a lot of work because it's plaster walls. But it was an extensive remodel on the inside, and we knew at certain levels, when you're at a 106-year-old building, you're gonna encounter some odd angles and low roofs and uneven floors. But at the end of the day, the vision was probably more by Lise Spresser, that she did a ton of the work on the interior. We knew we could make the office work. The question was become on how we were going to handle growth, the carriage house, the garage side. We have a tenant, which we're thankful for, the Orion Chamber of Commerce. Again, we are continuing to keep it in the community. So ultimately, and I had driven by this place no less than 1,000 times in my lifetime, and I knew it would be a good fit for a law office.
So the funding that the Downtown Development Authority gathers, that is the prosperity of the community. And so as our value goes up, then the DDA gets budget out of that. And then we're saying, well, how do we reinvest that? We'd rather do it in partnership. And so the 3 today were some small, really beautiful facades, and then this bigger project behind us. And so we're happy to reinvest those dollars back into the community through these types of efforts.
For more information about events and the services the DDA has to offer, visit downtownlakeorion.org. In downtown Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.